Okay, now that you have Unreal Engine installed, you are going to need a editor. Now, the editor that I use is Writer, but you can also use Visual Studio Code. And if you go to Google, you can type in Unreal Engine 5 Documentation Visual Studio Code. And you'll see here setting up Visual Studio for Unreal Engine. If you click on this, setting up Visual Studio for Unreal Engine, if you click that, that'll take you to some documentation on how to set it up. Now, if you look over to the left, it says Unreal Engine 4.27. We want Unreal Engine 5.4 because the tutorial is with Unreal Engine 5.4.3. Now, 5.4, when you install Visual Studio Code, do not get the 2019 version because it is not supported anymore. You need the Visual Studio Code, I believe it's the Visual Studio Community Edition version 2022, because that is the version you want. When you download the Visual Studio Community version 2022, you can Google that and then get the installer and then start installing it. Now, when you start installing it, you'll see the new Visual Studio installation. If you are installing VS for the first time, make sure you have the following options enabled. If you already have it installed, then you'll just have to go to your workloads area, and there are a few things that you need to make sure you do have for Unreal Engine. Unreal Engine development with VS requires installing the following optional workloads: .NET Desktop Development, Desktop Development with C++, Universal Windows Platform Development, and Game Development with C++. So when you are installing Visual Studio Code, make sure you have these options right here, these four options. Also, you can click like right here in the right hand side of the installer, you can click Windows 11 SDK and Windows 10 SDK. That should be fine. You might already have it. If not, just go ahead and click them. And of course, the recommended settings. When you launch it, you want to increase the width of the solution configuration drop down menu. This will show you exactly how to set it up. There's no reason for me to download and install Visual Studio Code because I'm on a Mac, and also I use a different editor that I'm going to be going over called Writer. So when you launch Visual Studio, if you open up VS for the first time, Get Started window appears, click Continue without code right down here. Right click the toolbar and select Customize at the bottom of the menu that appears. And then you want to go through here and then set everything up. Click the Commands tab and select the toolbar radio button. So that's what you want to do. You want to go through all this and make sure you set it up properly. Add the solution platform drop down, and this is an important one. Turn off the error list window. Make sure you do that because that'll be annoying. And down at the bottom in the description, I'm going to have a link to a video where a guy goes through it and installs it and walks you right through the installation. I'm going to put that link down at the bottom. There's no reason for me to create a video on that. There's so many videos out there on installing Visual Studio. The one thing is you can use it for a short time. I don't know how long, and then you have to have a Microsoft account. But the editor that I use for the tutorial, if you go to JetBrains.com, make your software vision a reality. This is the editor that I use. If you click on Developer Tools and you click on Writer, the world's most loved .NET and game dev IDE. This is the editor that I use, and I love it. They have for 30 days, you can use it for free, and after that, you have to purchase a license. And I understand that not everybody can purchase a license, but of course you can use Visual Studio Code for free. That's not a problem. But this is a fantastic editor for gaming. You can use Unreal Engine, Unity, Godot. You can do custom C++. But after 30 days, if you click on pricing, now for the pricing, there's different ones. You want to go here to the writer. This right here, make sure you're not on like organizations or anything like this. If you're a student, teacher, community, it's free. For individual use, there is a yearly billing. You save 2 months. You pay a one-time price. Right now, this is the price. You can do monthly billing, and it's like $14.90 a month. So I went on ahead and just did yearly because I've used JetBrains products. I used their IDEs in the past because I'm a software engineer. I do it for a living. I've been doing it for over 10 years. So, and I use JetBrains. It's a fantastic editor. So this is the editor that I use, is Writer. So those are the 2 editors that you can use. I'm sure you can use other ones if you want to use them. Go right ahead. If you don't have the money for JetBrains, Visual Studio Code is great. You can go ahead and use that. I just use Writer because I just enjoy using it a lot better. So that's all we have. So now we have the Unreal Engine installed, and you should have a C++ editor installed so you can use it with Unreal Engine. And the next video, we will start creating the project. Thank you very much. Bye.